You've probably heard of Priscilla, the Queen Maker, the self-proclaimed woman's dating guru.
The Queen Maker is me developing women and moving them from being pawns on the chessboard, because this whole life is a game. Women just ain't figured out it's a game. Men know it's a game. A lot of women don't know it's a game. So I'm taking women from being a pawn to being a queen. The most powerful piece on the chessboard is the queen.
Known for preaching to the ladies. Well, guess what? She has a change of heart, and she's finally holding women accountable for their actions in relationships.
About women. Women are inadvertently placing themselves in situations that they don't have to be in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you heard that. This shift starts stirring up conversations everywhere, and I'm here to break it down. Why the sudden change, what's her message now, and how it would impact the dating game moving forward. I don't want to hold you. Go ahead and hit that like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it.
Here's the thing. Nobody likes to hear the truth about themselves.
That's true.
Women ain't gonna like this. Because see, here's the thing. It's three sides to every story. It's his side, her side, and the truth. So I'm always looking to tell the truth. But when y'all first came to me, right, I was on the first level, because to me, this has always been a phase thing.
Got you.
It's always been in phases. I'm a woman. I've married a man. I've dated men. I've been around with men. I've worked with men, the whole nine. So my experience with men as a woman, if I'm teaching women's empowerment and I come to some things, enlightenment about the issue, because women have their whole identity wrapped up in men. A woman's identity is centered around a man, and women don't know nothing about men. And I'm about making the planet a better place, okay?
Right.
And I understand that this all starts with women.
Right.
In order to empower somebody, you have to tell them about the other half of the equation. Right?
But that's the fastest way to build up a following, is to divide people. It's easy to divide women and make it a man versus woman in order to get everybody on your side, which is what the internet does to gain an audience. As a guru, you have to divide the two in order to get the women to stop and listen to you. So when you started giving women advice, you were only giving them advice from your perspective, thinking that they all were going to date the same type of dude, and that's where you failed.
Because in order to get women to make better choices, don't women need to know better? To know better is to do better, right? Ignorance is the root to all evil.
Right.
Right? So I started out teaching about men. This ain't gonna stay talking about men.
Right.
I got to talk, I have to tell about men.
Right.
I can't leave them out of the equation.
Right.
But after that's done, we gotta look at the woman now. It was always gonna come to the woman. It was never not, because how can you teach empowerment without accountability and responsibility? There's no possible way that you can do this. Remember, I got commissioned in the military as an officer.
Right.
How can I teach leadership and accountability, leadership and empowerment without accountability? So my goal was never to position women as some type of victim.
But you did, and you being an officer in the Army explains everything. It explains exactly why you're very combative. So you're just trying to teach women on how to be combative. That's what all the gurus on the women's side do. You try to make every woman feel like they're a victim.
I'm a woman and I ain't never been no victim. Yeah, have things happened to me? Yes, but do I have the power to change the course of my life? Yes, right? And if I'm being honest, if I knew then what I know now, would half of the stuff that I've been through with men ever even happened? The things that I've been through with men would have never happened had I known then what I know now.
That's what makes you look silly. because you speak from a perspective like you know it all. Then when you tried to go and experiment with women, you got treated the same way a man does. So why would you be combative with a man without understanding what angle they're coming from? Because you're only comparing it to your situation and you're using it to manipulate a whole nother side of women that once you started acting like a man, you saw exactly what women were going to do. I tell men all the time, female nature is female nature. When another woman even acts like a man and goes outside of female nature will automatically respond to you like a man.
And so what I'm saying is that's the same thing about women. Women are inadvertently placing themselves in situations that they don't have to be in.
Makes sense.
Because of ignorance.
Right.
So I started there. And now that I'm speaking about men, everybody wants somebody to take their side.
Right.
When men hear me talking about, and they know that what I'm saying is the damn truth. They know it. But because it's the truth, don't nobody want to face the shadow side. Nobody likes to hear the truth about themselves. Now, when this come out, women gonna have a problem.
Yeah, they're gonna call you a pick-me.
They gonna call me a pick-me, but here's the thing. You can't call me no pick-me because I don't want no man.
Who cares if you want a man or not? What you're gonna have to do is take back everything that you built your career on. That's why they're going to be mad at you. But you just said, ha ha ha, I don't want a man anyway, even after women have done this to me. You've already lost your whole argument. Don't nobody care if you don't want a man. You're already a woman acting like a dude, disguised as a dude, playing another dude. Not only do you have on weave, but you have a hat on top of the weave. Your real hair has to be gone at this point.
I don't want to be picked by no man. I make my own money. I date a woman. I got a girlfriend. I don't want penis, right? So my motivation for saying this is not because I want to be picked or applauded by no man. I'm saying it because it's the truth. I'm saying it because it's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And if we could accept the truth about the differences between men and women, and if we could accept that as humans, we are full-on narcissists. We are full-on people who got God complexes, who believe that the other sex is supposed to serve them as opposed to the planet, as opposed to the creator. We all trying to control each other with sex, money, and materialism to make them bow to our will.
Truthfully, that's only in the black community. It's only small percentages in other cultures, but the black community is led by status and material things. Me, I have a black mom, I have a Latino father. I've been on both sides of the world, both sides of the ethnic group, and I'm telling you, majority of the time in modern society, it's just the black community. Other communities are way more conservative.
I don't want to be with either one of them. Most of these women wouldn't even be qualified to be with me. They wouldn't, because I have a standard of behavior. And it's just some stuff I'm not tolerating. I don't, when I deal with women, I'm not dealing with you because I want sex from you. I'm not a man. I don't have a phallus that needs to get wet. I don't have DNA that I just have to pass along, or I feel like I haven't achieved my life goal and I won't have a legacy. I don't have that.
That's exactly why women are treating you the way that they treat you, is because they need you to want them in a sexual manner in order for them to play hard to get and to manipulate the man to get what he wants. But you have to understand, a man is going to need women to do certain things for him in order for her to get his resources. Women want the money. The men want the panani. That's what's make the world go round. All this, I'm just trying to find an interconnection. That's only in the movies. That's it. It doesn't really work in real life.
So with a woman, I understand that birds of a feather flock together. Like attracts like. Oil and water don't mix. So if I want a harmonious dealing with somebody that's on my wavelength, it would have to be a woman. But I'm not choosing you because I just need to have sex with you. I'm choosing you because I believe that we have a like mind. I believe that we might share similar interests and we might have similar goals. And that I believe that women are the community. By women fighting and competing against each other, it's tearing up the community. It's tearing up the world. So if I'm gonna be with a woman, hey, I got standards for myself that I'm holding myself to. And I'm not gonna allow you to fall below these standards that I have for myself.
Now you're actually starting to think and act like a man that's on the internet. All the men that you were going against kept telling you this. They got standards. They don't want to deal with these type of women. But women were kind of saying, no, we have standards and you're not stepping up and meeting our standards. Now that she goes and date a woman, you have the same standards as a man and you're refusing to be with these thought bots too.
And if you can't rock and roll with that, then I can't be with you. And that same thing went for men. But see, men want to dominate. See, they want a woman to be submissive. They don't want a woman that they appear to be as strong as them because instantly they going into competition mode. I got to show you I'm the man.
But that's what men do. This is why they watch basketball. This is why they watch football. This is why they watch football, soccer. This is why they watch rugby. This is why people go to the Olympics to watch boxing, because people love the competitiveness. Men are very competitive and people like watching men compete.
I don't want you out achieving me. I don't got time for that. I don't, right? Man or woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I feel you. I understand, but like, you know, it's crazy, right? Because I want to take it back to this. What do you say to those people that seemingly unfollowed you or lost faith in you because of that video that came out? What do you say to them?
I don't say nothing to them because here's the thing. If it takes just one lie, because look, you got people following people like R. Kelly. You knew R. Kelly, what he was doing. That didn't stop you from following him. And you didn't need, even with proof and video, that didn't matter to you. But women hate each other to the core. And you don't have to do nothing as a woman. You do anything, an allegation, she already don't like you anyway. All she needs is one little thing to make her turn against you, because women are already enemies. So
this is why we tell guys, if you think what a woman is doing to you is bad, you should see what she's doing with another woman. That's why I tell every girl that wants to go and date another woman, those relationships are more insecure than man and women relationships. Women have too many different personalities to continue to date another woman. A woman needs a strong man that can handle her personalities by ignoring 5 of them. When men learn to ignore women and then just let them go through the motions of these different personalities that they have, she'll learn to stick to one personality if you don't respond to all the other 5.
all I see is you were not ready to go in the direction that I'm going. You're not on that frequency because it don't take nothing. That girl didn't produce no evidence. Not an ounce of evidence did she produce. And people believed everything she said without question.
What did that teach you about the world?
That let me know it's when it comes strength, the person who is the strongest is always at fault, no matter what. And so that's why men are upset, because men are naturally physically stronger than women. And just by you physically being stronger than a woman will weaponize weakness and tears and be full on lying.
You see how she talks like she's teaching the men now? But meanwhile, it's like, sweetheart, we've been telling you this. We've been saying this. There's an entire community. This stuff has been viral. It's been on ESPN. It's been on CBS. It's been on Fox. It's been on BET. It's been everywhere. It has been the trend for the past 5 years, and you're just now understanding. The joke is on you. You the one that looked like the clown.
And people will believe her because people like victim stories.
Right.
Everybody likes a victim story.
Everybody.
Right? And so what it showed me, because then my girlfriend showed me, because I don't really watch TV and I don't watch movies. My attention's like, I'm so in another world now, like I don't have the patience to sit and watch movies like I used to and stuff. So she showed me Avengers. She had to go through, I had to watch it in 15 minutes. She just showed me the highlights. And Thanos was actually the good guy. Thanos was the good guy. And they attacked him like he was the villain.
Perspective.
Strong people and righteous people will always be painted as the villain because the majority of people do not want to look at themselves and they all want to be victims.
This is why women take advantage of good guys. You would notice the man that does not want to be around his kids, the baby mother will respect him more versus the guy that wants to be around his kids. He will be the main one that she give hell to. He'll have to pay child support. She gonna try to still use the kid as a crutch. The honest man is what pays the price. Priscilla, you are late. Men tried to warn you before you started running your mouth. You was combative with your husband and your husband wasn't with that and you thought something was wrong with him. And I tell black women all the time, between the ages of 5 and 8, your mother programs you to not need a man and to be very combative with a man. And at that time period, your brain is developing the most. You're cursed because your mother teaches you never to respect a man. You have to grow up, date a woman, get hurt, and then be like, oh my God, we should have been listening to men the whole time.
And so I don't take that personally, but it taught me something, because if I'm gonna do this, I got to realize what world I'm living in.
Right. Did that make your skin super thick? Yeah. I feel like when things like that happen and you get over it, now you're on a whole different level.
Oh yeah.
It ain't nothing that could bother you at that point.
Yeah.
The worst of the worst and probably didn't happen.
Because here's the thing, a lot of times you can see men coming from a mile away. That girl, she plotted to get near me for the whole purpose was to try to destroy me. She would say stuff like, the manosphere wants me to expose you, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, keep your daughter offline. You don't know what's gonna happen. I see something bad that's gonna happen. She had been planning that shit the whole time.
Boy, no. You could see the pain in her eyes and her face that she honestly thought she was getting ready to go date another woman and be the happiest of her life because she could not make it work with a man. And I tell men, you have to get out of your feelings, because when you get out of your feelings, then you won't be making bad decisions. Women live inside of their feelings, which is why they're always making decisions based off of how they feel. She felt going to a woman was going to cure her pain from a man. She felt that since she couldn't dominate her man, he just wasn't a real man. She had to get rid of him. She kept running off her feelings. When you get caught up in your feelings, you make the worst decisions you ever made in your life, which is why when men are speaking from a logical point, it scares women because they can't find any feelings in the truth.
She'd been planning that shit the whole time because she was a failed content creator. She wanted attention. And she was upset because she had been Just Pearly Things, little white girl that was in the manosphere, ran her, Just Pearly Things made her cry all over the internet. Just Pearly Things handled her. And so she was trying to find a way to get her name back in good graces because she just had so many bad things. And me being a person who believes that, I'm working for women, I'm believing that I can help women.
And you can't, sweetheart. You ended up getting bit yourself by a snake that's been biting men trying to get famous off of you. Now, welcome to the team. Hopefully you and your new girlfriend work out. How do you feel about this conversation? Get in the comments and talk to me. And if this is your first time watching, hit that subscribe button. See you on the next video.